Both. My name is David Teal, and I work at the Times-Dispatch newspaper in Richmond. I'll start with Murphy. Murphy, Dave referenced the ACC COVID-19 advisory panel on which you sit. I believe that group was formed about 6 to 8 weeks ago. Where are you folks in terms of, are you trying to formulate a conference-wide testing protocol for during the season? Is that the goal? And if so, where might you be in that process?
Yeah, that is definitely one of the goals. And I have a call here at 5 o'clock, so I'm going to probably be getting off shortly. Yeah, that is one of the goals. We are looking at really what we want from a minimum standard for all ACC schools with regards to testing. We have put together some drafts. We've shared it back with the conference office. I know it will be shared also with the presidents and chancellors within the league. We'll wait to hear what the feedback is from what we've drafted thus far. Again, the goal is to make sure that we're protecting one another. We're looking at what we can do as a conference, but then also looking at what we perceive as a conference from playing non-conference folks as well. You know, I mean, there could be some institutions or leagues that may not have the ability to test, you know, so we have to consider that as well. Are our institutions comfortable with playing against opponents that do or do not have the capability to test as well, to keep our student athletes and our coaches and staff safe as well? So there's a lot to consider, you know, as we put this together. And again, you have 15 schools that are inputting their opinion and their thoughts and representing their institutions. So we have to come to a consensus with it.
What have you found to be the costs of testing? And does that at some point become an issue?
You know, it could. You know, what we found that there is a little bit of a range depending on what part of the country you're in. Again, knowing that, are we talking about asymptomatic testing or symptomatic testing when it comes to what we're doing within the league? And those are some strong and the candid conversations that we're having on the ability of all the institutions to be able to do that. But if it's a standard that the ACC puts out, then everyone needs to uphold the standard.
What are the cost differences there? Can you share with us amount?
You know, I mean, there's some folks that they're going anywhere between $80 to $100 per test, you know, but I think that's a rough estimate. You know, I believe that, you know, I guess testing around here locally for asymptomatic tests are running nearly $100. So, but who knows, and where it is at Notre Dame and versus Miami, and you know, I mean, we have ACC just is a huge demographic, and it's all the states, you know. So there's many different, you know, you got from Atlanta to Winston-Salem to Raleigh-Durham to Syracuse, New York. I mean, there's just a huge range of states and cities that are trying to cover and which the ACC covers. So that price and cost varies from city to city.